Welcome! Hello to PLAMonday! Yet another Monday, and yet I'm live from the Moore University workshop. My name is Edi Tucek, as always, and second time trying to paint Emma with the Mr. Hobby paint things, with the correct paints. Those ones, the Acrison, I don't know. Did this last Monday, started, and it was quite the experience, to be honest. I managed to paint a few parts, but the first one I started with was the school bag, and I got my mixing down. Let me just bring down the camera a bit. So, okay. I got my mixing down, and this went super well, and then I started to paint the school bag, and I wasn't sure how much paint I should use, because I was under the impression this is like relatively thin paint. But then I applied a second layer and a third layer, and by the third layer it already started to swallow all the details, and also it looked kind of nasty on the surface. So I was like aware, okay, this is not the way to go. Then I started to paint the legs. Legs went better. I don't know why I didn't pull apart those legs, because now I have the problem that it was like this when I started painting, and then I bent it like this, and then I had to paint this area. But you might see a bit of like a transition between those two parts. So I don't know why I didn't pull them apart, but I guess I have to, you know, deal with it now. And yeah, this went better. And I was so disappointed with the school bag that right after the stream, I just scrubbed it all off again. So I used my thinner, used an enormous amount of thinner to get rid of all the paint on the plastic part, and then I started over with it again on the weekend, or like during last week, and I also painted two red hair parts, the two small parts, because I mixed together the red hair part, the red paint. It's now glossy as fuck, of course, because this is a gloss paint, but I guess it's kind of similar to the unpainted shade. It's a little bit darker, but I hope with the like you know, top coat, it might be a bit like get a bit more matte, of course, but then I also like maybe a little bit more whitish. I don't know. So okay, today I will just continue with those parts. I might add like second or third layer to those parts. Some of them it's already third layer, some of them it's just second layer, but I honestly think I don't need more than like 2 base layers and like maybe then a third or a fourth like shading layer. But honestly, this paint is quite good. I was afraid that it's like too watery or too liquid, but then again it's kind of good. So yeah, and then of course I have the problem how to store this paint once it's mixed, because so I have them sealed up in a little tub, and I covered them with tape. So but I still after 2 days I opened it, and it was already kind of dry. So I added a little bit of water and mixed it again. So I don't know. It's a bit of a thing that I guess once you start you have to finish it. So yeah, but it's a steep learning curve, I admit. And yeah, today we will paint. I can show you on a better on a more professional note. I can show you what I worked on Friday and worked during the weekend for figure photo. Little tangent here, but I can show this to you. This is my utility pole, my power pole that I'm currently in the making for the lane photo. Hope I can get this in focus. Yeah. So this is the pole. Here is the tip, and then it has like some utility attachments, random attachments to it. There is a lamp, a street lamp attached to it, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom. I've painted it like it's a silver texture paint, so this is like the base color. Of course, I will now add some gray tones, some rust, some black, of course, for the coils. So there is a bit of variation going on in the end, but structurally this looks not too bad. I already printed a second one because the mast, the base thing is 3D printed. I modeled this myself in Blender. Was a bit of a pain because I know nothing about Blender, but I'm happy with the result. So that it has to be the right like proportion. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't need to be too pointy and not too cylindrical. So yeah, but I guess it does like the trick now. And yeah, this is what I worked on Friday at full time, and hopefully I can work on Friday again in the workshop to continue this this fun little project, because ultimately I might need like here you can see them like in a total thing. I need like at least 5 of them, I guess. Maybe 5, 6. I guess 4 would be like too less, but 5 or 6 of them in different sizes. Like the other one I printed now is a little bit taller. It's like 10 centimeters taller, but I can also make one that is like 10 centimeters smaller, so that I have a bit more of forced perspective in there. But yeah, hopefully this goes well. But today we have to paint Emma, so not doing the power pole again. I'm also trying now my Stream Deck, not Steam Deck. Steam Deck is it's a gaming console, but Stream Deck, the Elgato thing. But of course, I'm a cheapskate. I've downloaded the software, and now I'm using my phone, and I've set a few scenes so that I can now switch between those scenes. And basically, I'm trying this on my phone, what's possible, before I invest in the dedicated hardware. So if I find this useful, I might buy a Stream Deck as well. But now I'm using my phone for it, and yeah, hopefully this works well fine. I have my green tea. This is Genmaicha, so it's like a very a tea you drink mostly as a complementary drink to food. Nothing like, it doesn't really taste like much. It does taste like rice, like fried rice. And yeah, okay. So let's start with the paint job. I guess I will just and also I sanded the hair parts, and some of the parts here are not sanded. So let me just bring you closer into the action. So some of those parts are not sanded, and some of them are, and I find the parts to be that are sanded more easy to work on. So I guess I will just sand all the parts before I paint them. Not too much, not like crazy sanding, just a little bit of that the paint might flow more evenly. So I guess I will just start with the legs. The legs are like easy to paint on, especially this part. This is like one thing, and I will now just make another layer to this. But now we have to check how the leg paint behaved. It's funny, this is like sealed top, like a plastic top, and then we have the wow. Then we have this, and you can still smell it inside. So it does ventilate quite a bit. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's still liquid, It is still liquid, but and it is still lag. It is lag. Okay, it does say lag. Okay, but I guess I have to add a bit of water to this in order to make this more flowable. Let's see if I can add a bit of water to it. Just a few drops. Okay, this was quite much. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can stir this up. Okay. I hope this is not now too thin, but I guess we will find out. We will find out in a moment. So let me just get my brush wet, and then we can start. I mean, I guess it's a learning curve to work with those paints. Too bad that I'm doing this on a genuine kit, not just like a testing ground thing. But that is how I like to work. I like to try things on like real stuff, like real life applications, not just doing some mock-ups or some tests. I want to do the real thing, because otherwise it feels like a waste of time to me. Okay. So I hope I'm doing this right. I mean, it feels good now. Not gonna lie, it feels good. I really have to get some tissue over here. Just a second. Also, not gonna lie, all those like utilities I have around me are getting more and more. There's like so much stuff going on. So yeah. And I mean, you don't need too much paint, I guess, because honestly, you're just painting a part that has already the exact same color. So if you don't add anything like shading or weathering, it's just like a bit pointless, but let's see. also becomes a little bit of a problem to see what is already painted and what is not painted. I mean, I really have to adjust my my technique here a bit. Okay. Sorry that I'm not like talking that much when I paint, but this is like strangely calming, and also I have to kind of concentrate, so I don't know. You also can't really see what I'm doing, I guess, because the paint is so like the same color as the model. But right now I'm happy with the result. So maybe the trick is to like really water the colors down to have an almost like airbrush viscosity to it. And then I could also do more layers and let them dry. Oh shit. And I also have to like be cautious to not touch the different parts. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm already like finished with the legs. And now I have to tape up the color again and move on to the next part. So yeah. Because there are no further legs to paint. There are like shoes, but the shoes have a different shade to them. So I guess at least. So I have to already pack this up as it is. There has to be a tape somewhere here. All right. And then, yeah. I guess this is not like fully sealed if I do this way. It's like it'll still let some air inside, but I guess it's all right for the moment. So now let's move on to the hair part. No, like doing the back. I'm doing the back first, the second layer of the back, because the back is my enemy. It also got like totally dissolved my marker. This is like so crazy. I was able to read this just fine, and now it's completely dissolved. So there is a bit of a chemical still in here. That's actually kind of interesting. So how's this color? I mean, I have to mix it together again. But from a viscosity point, from a liquidity point, this is like still good. We'll have to mix this together. And now it's like the back part where I just struggled the other day. I guess I will just use a different brush, like a smaller one for the back. Let's see if this works out. Let's see. Because I really need those details in the end if I want to like panel line it, and if I want to like add some weathering effect. until now I like what I see, kinda. So yeah, much better, much better. I just have to be careful not to touch anything on those magnetic things. I mean, they are cool, but they are also kind of annoying in some way. Okay, so now for the hairs. But before I want to start with the hair, I want to just sand a few parts as well. So I guess I have to mark this again with like at least here with bag. No, I can't really mark with the marker. I have to get a pen, but then again the pen dissolves over time, so this is interesting to see. Okay, so now I know this is the bag. So with the hair, so I will just put this over there. Oh, my utility pole almost fell. I don't know why I displayed it like this, but yeah. Okay. So now for the hair. So I have little Emma torso here. So I will now just remove all those hair and just sand them a bit and then paint it. I can also remove those as well, because let's be honest, the more we can remove, the less we have to like mask with tape. So we'll just now remove all the hair parts from her head, as far as this is possible. I hope I can also remove this part as well. Oh, there's like 2 parts, isn't it? Okay. Huh. How do I separate them? Okay. So, okay. So I have to pull apart this like in this way. Okay. I really need a part separator. One of the few things I still don't own. And also I cut my nails yesterday, so also a bit of a hindrance. Okay. I guess I managed to pry this open. Yay! Yay! At this part I don't have to paint the inner part. But all those hair parts, and then there is the small hair pin that can also be removed as well. Hopefully, yes, okay. Fine. I also don't have to like lose any of those parts, because they are so tiny and do look like nothing. So it would be quite a shame if I lose them. So okay, now what's this? This is like 800. Okay, 800. Okay, I can use that. I can work with that. What we have here? It's another 800. Okay, and then we might go from 800 to like 1,000 or 2,000. Let's get 2,000. So let's see. I will cut an 800 piece. And since those are hair, I can try this thing I bought for sanding different parts. And I guess I have to store this outside the package because it's annoying to open the package each time. It's like this silly looking thing. And I guess I have to just fold this in the middle. And then I can put it in here. And put it in here. Screw this tight. And then I can just better like sand hair parts. It's still hard to hold, but for those in-between parts, this is helpful. So anyhow, how was your weekend? How are you all doing? Did you have a fun weekend? Mine was okay. We had like really nice weather. Still have. Like the whole week is supposed to be like sunny and warm and like a bit of windy, but yeah. It's a very good weather to take the bike. And actually now was my third day this year I rode the bike to work. And tomorrow I'm working from home, but basically I plan to do this the whole week, taking the bike to work. Because not only is it more like eco-friendly and you're doing something for your body, it also saves a bit of money because it saves money regardless because I don't use the car. And right now I don't know if you noticed, but due to certain geopolitical developments, gas prices got a bit like more expensive. I mean, it's not like super crazy expensive right now, basically. But you notice that as soon as the the war started, the next day they already checked up the prices. Yeah. And now people are like upset because they say, come on, this can't be like a direct, this can't be correlated because you had the fuel is stored underground at the gas station or like a depot, and you bought this like cheap, and now the price for oil, like on the like financial markets, is going up, and now you're just increasing the prices as well. But you know, it's always like this. And of course, as soon as this blows over and oil becomes cheaper again, basically the price on the gas station stays the same for stays elevated for quite some time. But yeah, it's always the same. I mean, come on, we know the drill. And I mean, to be honest, if I have to be totally honest, I mean, I'm a person, I have it like, I have it good. I don't drive as much with the car. My daily commute is kind of short, and so I'm not depending as much on driving, and so I don't like use a ton of gas in 1 year if you break it down to liter or to gallons. And so if the price goes up for gas, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I mean, we are now paying like 30 cents per gallon more. Oh, no, not per gallon, sorry, per liter. A gallon is like 4 liter, 4 point something. So, yeah. But it's like 30 cents more per liter. So I can like basically, if I empty my tank and refill it again, it's like 40 liter. So basically it's just $10 more to fill my car if it's like totally empty and I have to totally refill it, which I basically never do. I started this habit to only fill half of my tank with gas from the car at any given point. Because I'm doing this like in the Formula 1, where they just or like planes, where they just take as much gasoline as they will use for a certain trip. So I'm not hauling around all those like liters of gasoline just to you know, drive it in my car and drive it around for nothing. So of course this means I have to go to the gas station more often. But maybe it helps with like mileage, with like hypermiling, because you just save a bit on weight on the car, like payload. Maybe. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So basically I'm now trying to just sand this as dirty as possible, excuse me, just to have a bit of a starting point. And of course those hairs are quite a bit like challenging parts, with all those like folds and edges and pointy things. It's definitely something you don't have when you're doing Gunpla or like robots, mech suits, mobile suits, whatever. No, they have far more like even surfaces. And from what I'm seeing, that most people or some people just paint them with the dedicated markers. It's just basically just paint your Gundam with some Copic. I mean, I guess this would be possible. I painted a Gundam with Copic markers before. Had a roommate, and we built one from the Unicorn, and we just used the what is it called, the Copic airbrush system, and we just sprayed a bit of Copic marker on the Gundam. I mean, it wasn't like totally, it wasn't like a super good result, but well, it was presentable, I guess. Also, I just finished the script for Marin figure, writing it down. I just progressed it so hard on this script because it's always the same. I don't want to write the script because I know that if I want to write the script, I want to make it special, like do a couple bits, and writing them is the easy part. Filming those bits is more stressful. And I really have to like take care or be cautious that those reviews don't become like pure joke bits. Because the reviews I did like back then in Vienna, when I didn't have the studio and didn't have all the equipment, they were much more focused on the figure itself. They had also basically just every video was the same, like the same structure and the same like talking points, I guess. I mean, they weren't funny. I mean, some observations might be funny, but they weren't like I wasn't trying to do bits or comedy parts in them. But I mean, I like those more bit focused reviews. I mean, I come from a generation that's like so cliche to say, but I come from like a generation where I grew up with those like more gag-driven YouTube reviews that are not as common anymore as they were like 15-20 years ago, where you had like your like, you know, like your nostalgia critic and your angry video game nerds, and all those people around him who did like basically just sketch reviews. Nowadays you have far more like serious essay type reviews, and also if people are trying to be more like jokeful with their editing and with their words, but not as much with actually playing things on camera and filming stuff. Most of the time it's just the editing that makes things fun to watch. And yeah, so and also of course their usage of words and like it's more like it's more like today's videos are more like comedians, like stand-up comedians, where they don't do much in terms of production. They just stand on a stage and talk and do funny voices, and because of their cadence and because of their punctuation, their delivery is fun. Where like the older reviews and videos were more like just basically theater, where you just act on a stage and try to you know, play a joke more than just telling a joke. And of course it's more work to do it this way, to just play things and like try to get a good take, rather than just talk from the off and edit it later on. But yeah, but nevertheless I just wrote the script. It's okay, I guess. And yeah, I mean, I already filmed the B-roll, and once I have all the parts together, this will be fairly quickly edited and uploaded. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so apparently the Stream Deck stays on the whole time, because I was like curious if my smartphone will stay on the whole time or if it goes to, you know, sleep mode, turn off the display, the screen. But apparently it stays on. I mean, of course it consumes pad battery, but yeah. Amazing. This could be more like grabbable, because you really have to screw this tight, and those screws are not meant to be like grabbed with your fingers that tightly. I mean, they look cool because they are like the stainless steel knobs, but then again, a bit more body to grab onto would be appreciated. So now we have this hair part here, the second twin tail. I really wanted to prepare a few parts and sand them, but I didn't find time during the weekend. Yesterday we had to work in the workshop, like actually doing some work related stuff, like for the house, not just hobby things. And yeah, I was driving my bike on the weekend too, so you know, I wasn't super hobby focused this weekend. And yeah, today I received also the notice that the garden renovation will start next Monday, so earlier than we thought or we anticipated. And so we are now also a bit occupied with preparing the garden, like throwing away all our old stuff and just basically tidy it up so that the construction workers can move around freely. And if everything goes according to plan, next week at this time, Monday night, I will have like a forklift, not a forklift, but an excavator and like some small truck thing in my garden, and they will just dig away all the dirt and the soil. We basically have to like dig 40 centimeter into the ground and just throw away all the old soil, move them out and replace them with new one. It's already quite a process. I mean, because you have to pay for the equipment, you have to pay for the container where the soil goes into, then you have to pay for like just basically recycling them or bringing them to a place where it can be re-soiled. Is this a word? And I don't know. Like they make new soil from it, like filter it, but I don't know. It's not. I don't have to be concerned with that. But then you have to pay for the new soil, and you have to bring the new soil in, distribute them over the whole garden, make it nice and flat. So before you can even start with something new, like new grass, new cobblestones, new garden lights. I will finally have like lights in my garden, because right now there was never any light source. Of course we had like solar lights, those small things in the summer, but now we'll have like actual light in the garden, powered by electricity, and so I can you know, see my garden also in the fall and in winter and spring. Because now when I look outside the window, it's basically just black outside, dark. So yeah, looking forward to that. Then I will also receive a shower in the garden, like a garden shower. So that when I come home with my bike, I can go naked in the garden and just shower and like creep out the neighbors. No, but it's actually very convenient to have a shower in the summer month in your garden. That is basically just heated with solar energy. I will not have a pool. I don't want a pool. I don't need a pool. I know a pool is like the most cliche thing to have in a private garden, but honestly, I see so much pools around in every like second home, but you almost never see someone inside the pool or actually using it. And you can maybe use it for like 3 months, a year, maybe 4. Depends on the pool and if it's heated or not. But you have to take care of it so much more. Like try to keep the water clean, try to keep the water warm, get out all the leaves and stuff that falls into the pool. So yeah, I like to swim, not gonna lie. I would love to have a pool, but I don't want to take care of a pool, so you know. I mean, when we started planning for the garden, I also had like the idea to plant a fountain, but I just also scrapped this idea because it would be just like more work and barely any like function. I mean, it doesn't have a function, but yeah, you have a fountain in your garden. Wow. I mean, it would be like a cool thing to have for a couple of weeks, and then I think it would get annoying. All the water that's coming down and making some noise. So should I just also do this part, sand this part as well? I guess I have to. All the Emma faces going away. The problem is this part here, because I struggled so much to get this out on the other hair strain. So this almost doesn't come off anymore, but I need it to come off. So so how can I pull this out? Let me see. I have to get some pointy bits. Some pointy bits. Oh, this is more easily. This comes off more easily. Okay. See, I'm learning. Oh, I'm learning. I just have to keep all those parts and then know how to reassemble them. But yeah. So yeah, basically the next couple of weeks might be stressful, and like I said before, I don't know if I can keep up this schedule, because even if most of the work is done by professional like construction workers, like construction crew and landscape people, we still have to do a bit of work our own, and so yeah, I don't know if I can keep up the schedule. Either because I have to work when the stream must go live, or even if I don't have to work, maybe I'm too exhausted to stream anything. So maybe we'll just focus on other smaller projects and stuff that basically accumulated over a period of time. For example, I have to finally sort all those screws over there. I just wanted to do this, I started, and now I just never do it because it's not really fun, doesn't add a whole thing if it's done or not. So I just procrastinate the hell out of those tasks, and yeah. Right now I'm also in a bit of a like binging marathon, because I have to watch all the things that interest me on my Amazon Prime yearly monthly free subscription. So yeah, I might watch a bit more content than usual. Of course, I try to like have it on in the background and do something alongside. And luckily with like English content this goes well. It's the reason why I can't watch that much anime, not now, and also not like in general, because if I watch anime I have to like focus and read the subtitles. I don't like dubbed anime. It's like, oh my god, it's the worst. Doesn't matter the language, if it's like English or German, don't like it. So I watch it like subbed, and then of course I have to read the subtitles. Okay, so how is this like assembled? I don't want to take this apart, if I be honest, but I guess I have to at some point. Can this like be removed as once? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. No. This is like put together with several different layers. So if I paint it, I might just have to use a masking tape, or No, I will just keep this as it is, to be honest. I guess it's better this way. No, I will mask this. God. I have to be careful with my paint. I mean, I have to be at some point, so maybe it's a good starting point. Also not sure how delicate I can sand this, to be honest, because this is like a pretty complex part. I mean, maybe it comes off. I mean, nah, I will just try to keep it together. Because even if I put it apart, those are so many parts, I have to like find a way to mount them to a stick, and yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I mean, I also can't really sand this, to be honest, because I'm worried that I break something. So basic sanding and a bit like cleaning has to do the trick here. I will leave this as it is. So now for the 2000 grid. Just make this a bit more thinner, and yeah. Let me just have a sip of tea. Cold already. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I'm looking forward to painting. I'm looking forward for so long. At least I now can also top coat the parts once they are finished, because the weather is so nice lately that I can do this in the garden. I don't have to do it in the cellar like last time. I guess last weekend I also tried the first batch of clothing, like laundry, outside this year. It's finally a time I can hang the laundry outside to dry. But it's still a bit like, it doesn't dry in one day, I guess. So you have to leave it overnight, and overnight it still gets immensely cold. So at the morning there was like ice on my clothes. So but I don't know exactly why. But if you do this, let it dry outside, the laundry gets much more nicer, smells better, it's like softer. So yeah, interesting stuff. So I guess those parts are okay. I still have the buns, I recall. So I guess I have to send them as well, because I really don't want to use the paint so often and let it be open that much. So I guess I have to send the buns as well, even if I can't use them really. So those parts might be good to go. Now I have to search for the buns. I guess they are in this other box. In one of those, yeah, here they are. Together with all those smaller accessory parts that I didn't quite use. Okay, let's try not to lose the other parts. And can I remove those ribbons? Or did I glue them? They are quite fixed in place, so... Or is it like... Did I really glue those parts? No, I know I did not. It's just... You have to know how to get it out. It's a bit of annoying. This doesn't move a thing, to be honest. How's that in there? Just... It did already move, so it has to be an angle or something. It comes off, slowly. I guess I will try it. I will just break it. If I pull it any further, I might break it. Yep, I broke it. Interesting. Okay. Interesting, I broke it. Okay, so... Well, I have to glue this back on then, later on. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. I mean, it's a plastic model kit, you can glue and repair everything. Just... don't panic. Don't panic, it's just plastic. But it's interesting, the other one got out so good and this one stuck in there. Maybe it is glued, I don't know. Maybe I did. Who knows? What's up with this part here? It's like really ugly. Sticks out so much. Sanding all those hair parts isn't really a fun thing to do, but yeah, I guess it's necessary. Still, the hair are one of the most defying traits of any figure. Headphones are killing me today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just take them off for a bit. Better. Oh god. So yeah, a bit low energy today, I'm not gonna lie. Guess that's the downside if you take the bike to work, that you come home and you just eat and then you do some power napping and suddenly it's already at night, but you still want to do hobby stuff, and then you have to drag yourself down into the workshop and do something. Okay. Also, apparently I'm streaming with 30 FPS right now, so I guess I have to change this as well, because I had to change some settings last week. So now the Twitch is happy, but apparently I moved down to 30 frames. So this is not the right frame rate for the camera, so I have to go up to 50 again. So I don't know if you noticed, but I have to do this. Okay. Okay, now the buns are also kind of finished with sanding, and so now we'll just take a short break, wash all those parts, dry them, and then we can finally paint all the hair parts. Does this sound okay? Fine. So I will see you in a hot minute. Take care, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. I washed the parts. Dried the parts with like compressed air. This is such a good thing to have here. Like you can wash something like plastic parts with hot water, like really hot water and soap, like and pressure washing them like with like a pressure nozzle, and then just use the compressed air to dry it off really clean and get all the water out of all the creaks and folds. So that's really nice to have. Why is the camera not on focus? Why is my camera not in focus? Can I get some focus, please? No? It wants to focus on the background? Fine. Fine with me. Let me try this. Okay, now we're back in focus. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so change the scene, and then we can take a look at the hair color. What is the hair color doing? It looks like this. Also a bit dissolved. There was like, this is like hair, but it's got all blurry. So let's see how the hair color is doing. Okay. I think not too bad. I think not too bad. It's quite liquid. I'll just mix this a bit together, and then we are good to go. Here is a blob of color. Okay. Okay, I guess I have to pull out this blob of color, because this wouldn't be good if it gets on the model. Okay, mixing this together really nice. Already getting some paint on my placemat, so yeah. And I guess I will start with those twin tails, because they have some really nice points where I can grab them. And I guess we'll start with the small brush. Yeah, small brush. Small brush for the win. Let's see how this goes. I mean, there are so many like points that you can miss, and since it's basically just the same color you painted with, doesn't help either. So really trying to hit all the spots, but I guess this is what like the second and third layer is for, to cover it really all. Okay, I guess that's enough. Next one, please. It did not hit the ground. It did not hit the ground. Almost. Normally you would think the build stream is the prime suspect of dropping parts, but with all those like parts that are barely mounted to a stick under constant pressure from the brush, yeah, I might drop something here as well. So, and then it would be far more annoying because usually it doesn't drop like straight to the floor, it just bounces off my body. So if it's covered in wet paint, it will also get me dirty. And then it bounces off my body and then it hits the ground, usually destroys the paint job and also like leave some markings on the floor. So maybe I should double the amount of bits I have to pay if it's falling down during a paint stream. Because basically, if something drops to the ground, I will have to pay like 10 bits to somebody, anybody on Twitch when we rate the channel at the end of the stream. I hope this will look good at the end. So I'm now starting with the strains. One of those. You just need so little paint, it's amazing. Feels like that with one top you could like paint the whole world. Even if it's so small. Should I do a second layer on those parts? I mean, I guess I could. Of course, you have to also paint it on the inside. I guess that's not too bad, I would say. Hopefully. Okay. So now for the fun part. No, let's just do another restraints first. Okay. So now her back hair part, like the hair on her back head. How can I clamp this? Can I do this like this? Yes, that's neat. That's neat. I mean, this is an easy part to paint, so. Luckily, there are two of them, so two easy parts to paint. Of course, glossy paint looks so nice when it's fresh. Looks so perfect, but you know it's not. It's still imperfect, but like everything that is wet, it looks good. Okay, and now I can. There is some sticky tape in here. Okay. Well, before I start with the big part, I have to mask it. Bummer. Real bummer. Then the masking tape can show its magic. Did I just... I guess not. I did not touch it that much. Okay, so I just... Basically I can just finish this with all my clamps. And then I have to remove some of the parts. Maybe even like top coat them. I mean, obviously not today in the stream, but like maybe during the week, like tomorrow or on Wednesday, so that by next Monday, next PLAMonday, I have some parts I can show you, some finished parts. My nose is itching. Okay, so those are all the hair parts. Did I just touch this? No. So strange. Okay, so now I should mask this face part. So where is my masking tape? Like the small one? I don't know. Where did it go? Where did it go? My lovely. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Yeah, I really have to come up with like a storage solution for all this junk because it gets a bit out of hand. Okay, so let's see how to mask this face. I guess in there it is quite unnecessary to paint it, so I really have to cover the ears to not get any paint on them. Top of the creepy music all of a sudden. Why is it creepy? Or is it like an intense end boss music because I have to mask this part here? Could be it. Could be it. Because the thing is, with this flowy type of paint, it will also flow on all the other parts. That's a bit of the downside, isn't it? Okay. So let me try this to paint this. First, of course, the back side. Fairly simple. I guess for this part I have to use a different kind of brush. Let's see. To get into all those small areas where the hair are overlapping. Yeah, that's much better. I like this. This looks nice. Can't wait to see it like finished with the top coat. But as I said, it's hard to see how where you have still do some paint and where it's already applied. So now the inside. Is the microphone still on? Okay, perfect. Because the batteries are not the freshest anymore. I guess for next Friday I have to change them if I stream. So yeah, this looks really nice, I gotta say. Really nice. Last time I was a bit disencouraged. Curry? Curry. But now this seems to work better. Okay. I guess time to let it dry. And I can just do another layer on the twin tails. Just tea time. Time for tea, tea time. Tea time's a lady. Okay. Let's see. Let me refill the cup. Well, gotta say, this works really nice. How did the twin tails dry up? Not yet, to be honest, not yet. They're still a bit... Are they a bit? No, it's just... I mean, I guess a bit, but... I guess I can already paint them a second time. Can I? Oh, let's try it. Oh shit. Okay. Because it's not quite there yet, but let's try this a second time. No, that's not good. That's not good. No. No, I have to let this dry for a bit more. No. Because it's already like scrubbing the paint, so I really have to let this dry for at least like a couple hours. Guess it's too watery, the color, so no. Better not do this, to be honest. Let it dry thoroughly and then add a second layer. Because then it gets quite good. So I have to let it dry. I guess we have the time, don't we? Should I try the skirt? Nah. I mean, should I try it? Nah, it's too late already. I mean, I can try to color the base. I mean, it would be just like, should I make the base in the same color as the hair? Normally it's not the exact same color. Let me get the coloring guide. The base is a bit other than the hair, just ever so slightly, but then again, let's call it a day, to be honest. Let's call it a day. Because tomorrow is also a day and I have to work, so at least I managed to paint a few things and sand a few things. We're getting there, I mean, it's not that much anymore. We just have the skirt and the blouse, the shirt. Skirt and shirt. So yeah. Okay, so now my Stream Deck is getting disconnected. It worked so well until now, but now it's disconnected. So really kind of annoying. Okay. Interesting, to be honest. Very interesting. This is such a nice idea to have your smartphone as a Stream Deck, but of course it doesn't work. Of course it does not work. Because if it would work, who would buy a Stream Deck then? You would just use your smartphone and create a couple of folders and that's it. For like 80% of people this would be sufficient, but of course it disconnects. Because a cable is a cable is a cable is a cable. Wireless is such a joke. I mean, I have wireless headphones and I have a wireless headset, but then again the headset is like somewhat professional audio equipment, and I'm not sure if it works all the time. I mean, I don't watch the streams, to be honest. I don't know how the quality is, and since most people don't watch the stream or there are not many viewers, I also don't know, really. Because normally I would watch my own content just for quality control, but this is so much. I would constantly watch me. I would just like talk to myself here at the stream, and then I would like watch myself talk to myself, just like to filter out if there are like any like small inconsistencies or like small dropouts for the sound. But no, I don't do this. So if you think that something is off, either my voice is too low or you can't hear me at all, then let me know. Let me know, and I can fix it on the fly. So let me see. This is like hair. I will just write down. It's like this. The interesting thing with this color is the top where it's stored, so that it's even more airtight, still smells like the color, and the color smells like chocolate, like not like real chocolate, but like artificial chocolate, like dark artificial chocolate. It's quite an interesting smell, to be honest. So I will just store this in here. Let me see if I can just put it side by side. Yeah, okay. Then I can I get 3 side by side? Yes, I can. Okay, fine. So we'll just, and then I will just put the label on here that says color, do not touch, because normally I'm going like, what's in there? And then, you know, to paint. Very nice paint. So because I have like several of them and they're all the same, and yeah. But like I said, I tried to put a second layer on this and I already kinda messed up the first one. So I really have to let this dry. Otherwise it would like look ugly. Yeah. I mean, I also have to come to terms with the fact that this might not be perfect the first time, the first model kit, the first 5 model kits, the first 100 model kits might not be perfect. Some would say there is no such thing as a perfect model kit. So, okay. Excuse me. It was a long day. Was it a long day? It wasn't too bad today. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. This is also kind of nice. I will use this as a disposable pin for my mixing stirrs. And also I have to now find a container for my mixing stirrs, because look at this. Look at this shit, because I dropped them. I didn't drop them because they were in this like pouch and it was open on both sides. And now some of them are still in here in my little in my little box, in my little severance box that does look like I got fired from work today, where I pack all my stuff. Some of them are still in here, and like I said, now I have so much stuff that I really have to come up with a storage solution in the near future. So let me just sort this a bit out. I mean, it's like doing the after stream tidy up on stream. Isn't that for a change, huh? Isn't that something? Today I ordered like 3 things from Amazon. Because like, you know, Amazon Prime, I can now order shit and don't have to pay for shipping. So today I ordered 3 things. 3 random things. They aren't random actually, but they are like quite a interesting shopping cart, I would say. The first thing I ordered was a 5 meter what is it called? A power cord. So God damn it, there are so many spoons. I mean, I'm glad that I have so many, but so many spoons now. Okay, so a 5-meter power cord. Basic power cord. Not just a basic power cord, but a basic power cord for appliances. So like with the two pins. Why did I do this? Because I bought a new TV for the studio, and it came with like this length of a power cord. So this doesn't mix well with the 10-meter HDMI cable I bought. So now I had to buy a different sized power cord. Made me wonder once again why appliances either come with like very short cables or come with like cables that are directly welded into the appliance. Wouldn't it be so much nicer if an appliance had like a connector on the back and you could like basically choose your own cable? I mean, first it would be annoying and people would scream, oh, that's cost reduction. But if you think about it, either the cable is too long or too short. So why not make it like an iPod or like all the new Apple devices where they don't basically give you anything, like a power brick, a cable, anything, and you will just buy them on your own. The right size, the right shape, the right color. Wouldn't it be like a bit nicer? I would prefer this. Companies can just leave out the cable. Of course, the appliances won't be cheaper because of this. Don't be delusional. But they could just leave the appliance, leave the power cord alone, and I will take care of the rest. Okay, so I bought a power cord. Small tangent over. The second item was asphalt. Model asphalt for my lane ramp back there. So actually from the same company that my panel liner is, the AK. Yeah, well, let's see if this works well, because it was the only chance to make this look like asphalt and not like cost a ton. And then the third item was, or is, and that's the most like unrelated of the three. It's a pirate costume. The cheap ass Spirit Halloween Carnival pirate costume. Will be terrible in quality, especially for something you have to put onto your body. Kind of scary. And also kind of interesting or questionable if it even fits me, because yeah, it says in the product description, oh, it's like for everybody, you know, like children, woman, man, doesn't matter. Yeah, this could be true, but then again, I'm a bit on the bigger side. I'm a tall guy, tall hat for when I'm shopping for hats. Usually all those like costume hats are too small for my noggin. Yeah, so I will hopefully this will fit me, because I need it for the review. So yeah, okay. So before I now start to tidy up even more, I will just end the stream. Let's be honest, doesn't get much better than now. Yeah, of course, thank you so much for watching today, and yeah, I gained a little bit more confidence today with the colors, with the hair and with the legs and the bag. Especially the bag looks much better than it did like last Monday. This makes me a bit happy. And I wanted to start with weathering today, or like some shadows on the bag. Try to get this a bit more like it is on in the illustration, but yeah, it didn't come to it. But there will be another PLAMonday. Maybe next Monday, if I can find time, or if not, I will just like write down a change of schedule, or I will just announce that the schedule is void for the foreseeable future, and I will just stream whenever I have time. So whenever I have time, I'll just drop down here into the workshop, turn on the camera, and just stream. Doesn't really care much about the schedule, because there are far more important things to do in the upcoming weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is nice doing hobby stuff down here, but you know, it's also a bit yeah. There are important things to do. So let me just let me show you what I did today. So here are the painted parts for a quick reference. So yeah, there are of course like very glossy, but yeah, hopefully with the top coat this will look nice, and hopefully this in the end it will be, at least it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be at a point where I say this was worth it. Because if everything is done and it looks worth, then it was like when I first finished it, then I have to say, okay, this wasn't worth it to do. But if it does look better and I can see, okay, I can improve from here, then it's a good thing. then I have accomplished my goals. Okay, so thank you so much for watching another PLAMonday with me from the workshop. Next Monday, like I said, if I have time, I will be here again and continue painting Emma. Maybe I will start with the skirt, with the blouse. Blouse will be, oh my god, painting white stuff. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to this. But yeah, let's see how it works. Okay, it was a long day for me. I'm kind of tired, kind of low energy today. Sorry for that. Yeah, and if I have time on Friday, I hope I have time on Friday, I will be here again for full time, working on my utility poles, like the one back there. I can show it once again to you. Let me show it to you. The utility pole. Here it is. From the bottom to the top, it's a utility pole. I also have to shop for cables. So, and now I just press the return button on the camera. So yeah, it's time to go. It's almost midnight, ghost hour, and I have to go to bed and sleep tight, and so that I can wake up tomorrow and work from my home office. Yay! Take care out there, and until next time, bye.